Alright, hey guys, it's your boy Ars. I'm not gonna lie, this video isn't gonna be scripted. I'm just gonna be venting my thoughts here. Um, so I just finished watching episode 100, and I am thoroughly disappointed. I this I don't really know. This doesn't make any sense what I've seen and witnessed here today. But I'm gonna try to explain it in the best way possible. If you haven't watched the episode, please go do so. Um, but this is, I mean, I was all in all pretty okay with the whole episode. It was just the scene that I'm gonna play. You'll see it that bothered me the most out of anything that I've seen in this series thus far. So the highlights of this were Caulifla fighting Goku, um, and Kale going, her legendary Super Saiyan state. So, first off, we had Super Saiyan Kale, not Kale, Caulifla going off against Goku. Well, not really going off, but she said, "I want to fight you," and he's like, well, I'm thinking maybe. Let's see what you got. And she goes Super Saiyan 2 after seeing Goku transform into that state and realizing that she did it before by accident. A lot of people have been complaining about Caulifla going Super Saiyan, and it like kind of just making it look like light work, because she didn't require her to be angry. I mean, I don't really care about that. The only reason why it was a medium, the anger was a medium before, was just because they didn't know how to transform. Now that the Saiyans know how to transform to Super Saiyan, the anger part of it is not really necessary at all. So, I mean, I wasn't mad when Khalifa went Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 1. If she goes Super Saiyan 3 in this fight, I personally don't care. It's just, again, if you know how to transform, then you can basically ascend Saiyan levels as long as you understand the concept of knowing how to transform. What people keep forgetting is that even though Gohan required anger to go Super Saiyan 2, Goku became Super Saiyan 2 after training, and he got Super Saiyan 3 right after that. So, I mean, even Vegeta, he didn't require anger to go Super Saiyan 2. He just transformed to Super Saiyan 2, and he had it. So, I mean, I didn't really care that Caulifla went Super Saiyan 2 without requiring anger or anything. But, it's this scene. I'm going to just play it, because this is honestly the elephant in the room. You can look for it yourself. I turned the sound off because I don't want to get ID'd, but... So you're observing Goku going Super Saiyan Blue against a legendary Super Saiyan Kale. Okay, Super Saiyan 2 basically got bodied by Kale up until this point, and then this happens. Wait for it. Wait for it. And now, what you are currently observing is a legendary Super Saiyan walking through a Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha. And before you say, "Oh well, ours, he was holding back just like he did with Krillin," no, you're wrong. See, there's different. I understand suppression. Okay, I'm not a moron. Okay, I understand suppression. I understand that Goku is constantly holding back in his fights. I am well aware of that. But up until this point, let's point out the inconsistencies and the stupid writing where it stands. He spammed Super Saiyan Blue at the start for no reason to prevent himself from being ringed out. Okay. He could have used Super Saiyan to get out of that lock that would have easily knocked the fighter behind him out of the ring. Super Saiyan Blue was unnecessary. He uses it a second time with Vegeta to knock out the three Wolf brothers, and then he goes back to using regular Super Saiyan. He goes Super Saiyan Blue for the third time when he was forced to do so. Not he chose to do so because he just wanted to test. No, he was forced to go Super Saiyan Blue. The only reason why I know this is because unlike Krillin, okay, he didn't say, "I'm going to test your power" or anything. He literally just says, "I'm going to use more power," not because he's wanting to test her, because Super Saiyan 2 Goku literally did nothing against legendary Super Saiyan Kale. Now, I understand that the legendary Super Saiyan transformation up to this point has not been canon. It's sheer point, it just hasn't been. Because Broly wasn't canon, therefore the transformation itself was not canon. So it was kind of hard to power scale. But just off of sheer logic, the legendary Super Saiyan transformation should be somewhere in between Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 2 is a times 100 power increase. Super Saiyan 3 is a times 400 power increase. Super Saiyan Blue has to be more than 400 times a 400 times multiplier. Okay? It has to be. There's no other discussion. It has to be. But if that's the case, then how does a legendary Super Saiyan walk through a Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha while Goku is trying? This isn't like when he was suppressing himself against Krillin, and he drastically weakened himself to prevent himself from killing Krillin. He was trying to beat her. That's the let's go back. Let's go back a few seconds, and I want you to watch his facial expressions as she's walking through the Kamehameha. Let's watch it again. He's clearly trying. Clearly trying. He tries even harder. And look at it. What was that? Go back a few seconds. And look at that shock. The shock in his face. As she walks through his Kamehameha that he was thoroughly trying to beat her with. It did nothing. How do you explain this shit to me? Please, someone explain how this works. Because this is just ass pull like none other that I've seen before. It doesn't make any sense, and it defies all logic that a Super Saiyan Blue was not enough to defeat Kale. Oh, and do you want to know what the kicker is? Let's skip even further into the episode. Hopefully I can find it, but I skipped to around the same time. Oh, well, look at that. Pretty decent time skip. Let's go here. Hopefully it'll play. Okay, here we go. This is Kale still rampaging. Now you're not... Okay, let's go back. Wait for it. Let's not go back for it yet, but just wait for it. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Please, internet. Okay, there we go. One-shotted. One-shotted. I repeat. You've seen it with your own eyes. Jiren just one-shots Kale after Super Saiyan Blue Goku couldn't scratch her. One-shotted by Jiren, my dude. And Goku is supposed to beat Jiren. How? Explain to me how that works. Super Saiyan 2 Goku does jack shit. A Super Saiyan Blue Kamehameha, which he is trying, does nothing to her. And then Jiren comes out of nowhere, one-shots the shit out of her, and now the Super Saiyan Blue Goku is supposed to be able to compete with someone who just one-shotted someone he could not damage. I'm convinced the writers don't know what they're doing anymore. This defies all logic, all planes of logic. It doesn't make any sense. I think that I'm done here. I don't know how I feel anymore about this series. I mean, there were certain levels of inconsistencies that I was able to overlook, but this takes the cake. This is absurd, man. I could get over the Goku versus Krillin because he was obviously suppressing himself. He just went to that level because he wanted to see what he would do against stronger opponents. I could understand him fighting 17 and having to go Super Saiyan Blue because not Super 17, Android 17, because he basically could train for 10 years, and he has infinite ki and infinite stamina, meaning that he can fight for as long as he wants. I mean, dude could literally train for like he could literally have trained for 10 years straight if he wanted to, without stopping, and would never run out of stamina. He could keep going. And considering the fact that he was stronger than Frieza, he technically has a higher potential to become stronger than Frieza does. But this is stupid. This is just really, really dumb. So I don't understand how you're gonna write your way out of this. You just made it seem like if Super Saiyan Blue Goku couldn't beat Kale without using Kaioken, and Jiren can one-shot her without even trying. Literally, he didn't try. We know he didn't try. But Goku had to try and still failed against Kale in Legendary Super Saiyan. This just doesn't make any sense. I'm done with my rant. You guys tell me what you think. I'm out. I'm done here.